In your morning medical news, overdose deaths are down in La Crosse. According to Amplify Health, there were 55 unintentional overdose deaths in 2023. That number dropped to 17 last year. Health officials attribute the drop to access to Narcan and mental health services.
It's great to see the number go down. It's something we've been looking forward to happening for a long time. We knew that all the work we did would take a couple of years before you'd start to see things turn, and hopefully this is a trend that will continue and we're actually seeing things turn the right way.
While the doctor says he is happy with the results, he warns there is still work to do. President Trump signed an executive order seeking to end federal support for medical procedures aimed at altering sex or gender. That includes surgery or the use of puberty blockers or sex hormones on anyone under 19. The order calls for the Secretary of Health and Human Services to take all appropriate actions to end the use of gender-affirming care for young people. It also instructs the agency to withdraw its guidance on gender-affirming care and patient privacy. And Ozempic drug maker Novo Nordisk is announcing FDA approval for the drug to treat patients with both type 2 diabetes and chronic kidney disease. A clinical trial found that injections of the medication reduced the risk of kidney disease getting worse. It also lowered the risk of kidney failure and cut the risk of death from heart disease. Chronic kidney disease is a common complication for people living with type 2 diabetes. Flying can be stressful for some people. Now new sensory rooms are popping up at airports to help some travelers fly without the fear. Itay Hood has more.
Airports are a whirlwind of activity. Long lines, blaring announcements, and a never-ending stream of travelers racing to their gates. For 29-year-old Nico Ambada, it's always been too much.
It actually took my wife 3 years of convincing me to finally go on vacation with her.
I'm gonna get in my spot.
Ambada has debilitating ADHD. For him, the unpredictability of flying isn't just stressful, it's paralyzing.
I like to explain that I have a million channels playing in my head at the same time.
But today, Ambada and his wife Jasmine are taking their first step at conquering the chaos of travel. They're on a plane, well, kinda. This is a cabin simulator, and it's the centerpiece of the new sensory room at San Francisco's airport, designed for neurodivergent travelers looking to ease some of those flying jitters.
The walls are textured.
Christopher Birch is SFO's guest experience director. He says this $1.2 million space includes soundproof walls, dim lighting, and sensory tools to help travelers decompress before their flight.
The reason to do this is almost like a rehearsal, to go through the boarding and the sitting process before you actually do it.
Airports across the country are dedicating spaces for neurodivergent travelers. And while anyone can enjoy them, they're designed for those who need them most, like Jono and Marie Miller, whose two boys are on the spectrum.
Just letting kids know what to expect helps with that transition a lot, and probably helps not to have so many meltdowns.
As for Ambada, the space is all he needed before boarding an 11-hour flight.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Because sometimes the first step towards flying is finding a place to feel grounded.
Wow, that is so great. Other airports have sensory rooms too, including New York's LaGuardia Airport and Miami International. I'm sure we'll start to see more.